launch on the 8th, which is next tomorrow. Organizations that are interested, please kindly apply. Especially those organizations that deal with children issues and mainstream children issues in their program. You are very free to apply. We need about 65 of such organizations. We will be selected from within and outside CONGOS. If you know of any organization that deal with children and mainstream children, they are not here, get them informed. But the notice that by the time for them to participate, they will come and register first. And that is why today we have Ambassador Precious over there, the program officer for African Child, Positive Child, to give us details about that program. So welcome.
Good morning, everybody. Thank you for having me. So I want to say thank you to the leadership of CONGOS for opening their doors to us. It's very nice like this when Nigeria is going through so much adversity and our children they don't understand what is happening around them. As adults, we are more aware of what's happening around us. We know what's happening in politics. We don't know what's happening in politics. We understand governance and we understand what's happening, but a lot of our children understand. And a lot of times, adversity is not even the issue. The fact that children go through suffering is not the issue. But what story they're telling themselves about what they're going through eventually is what stays with them, and that's what we call trauma. So there's some of us here who understand psychology, there's some of us here who understand health hazards of going through stress. But there's also the positive side of experiences that children also go through. So there's positive adversity and there's negative adversity. And positive chance for Nigeria is committed to advancing the cause of children in Nigeria, not just in Nigeria, globally. So once again, thank you. So when we put out that message to the press, trying to solve a problem and maybe even contributing to the problem itself. I'm hoping that that's what CONGOS is going to be about. So apart from just talking about monitoring evaluation and global NGO, we're also going to be using systems thinking. And the reason we're using systems thinking is because we need to go deep into the matter. We all know about the SDGs, right? We know about Sustainable Development Goals. So we know that there are about 17 goals. So when we say we want to help people that are working with children, most times people just narrate down which of these goals are you now talking about. Is there any of us here that believes that children should be poor? Should children be poor? Because if their parents are poor, children are just going to be poor, right? So do we believe that there should be poverty? Should children be hungry? Should children not have good health and well-being? Should children not have quality education? Should there be gender equality? Should we not have reduced inequality? Should we not teach children about life under water, life above water? Should we not teach them about good jobs and how they can even beef up their skills and become valuable, not just to themselves, but to their own community and everybody at large? Should we not teach our children about collaboration? Should we not teach them about peace, justice, and building strong institutions? They should know about these things. And then 17 is partnership for the goals. Our society right now is very competitive, where if you start an NGO now and start doing something, and somehow you get it wrong, everybody wants to go and do that thing. So we're shifting from trying to really change issues. Instead, we're pursuing where the money is. There's no problem if you are chasing money and you're making impact. But let's not just chase money and forget the real issues that we're supposed to be fixing. NGOs were not, the reason NGOs came about was not because we just want to exist. No. I think it came about after the war, and then they wanted to give back food. That's how it started, and then it has evolved into what it is now. So positive chance for Nigeria is, just like every one of us here, it's corporate social responsibility. It's not an NGO itself, because we want to be able to inspire people to say, you do not necessarily need to own an NGO before you can give back. You can be an individual who has billions of naira and you don't have an NGO, but there's an NGO that is already doing that thing you want to do. Partner with them, give give them the money, they have the resources, they have the people, they have gone to the grassroots, they understand where they need to give them the money. But if the NGOs are not able to communicate their impact story for the last 3 years, how will the person trust you to give them money? So we work with the NGOs, and by the time we are finished doing their, okay, let me just give you a story. I work with someone and then that's how long she has been working for NGOs.
Advocates for gender equality and
okay, let me see your first year report.
Under the social equality.
Your second year report. But she has loads of pictures.
Foundation
loads of pictures to show. But there's no report to say
cultural
what I need. This is why I wanted to do this. Okay, give me one pager, just one pager. Let me just see
in
it.
order to promote
Everyone knows what a one pager is here, right? Give me a one pager. Let me just have an idea of nothing like that. Okay, so if you did not know what
under its environmental sustainability programs, the foundation educates communities
so usually when I talk about this issue,
sustainable
usually
practices.
runs my spirit
New
because
Foundation
I know that for you to even start an NGO or even work with an NGO or be interested in conversation around NGO, there must be a fire inside of you that was born with told yourself that I want to contribute to solving a problem in the world. That's why I started that. Maybe along the way, you started the NGO or you started working with an NGO, then you realize that
the foundation responds
it's
to
not how I
individual
thought things were going to
disasters
be. I
with
thought that when I started this, I would get A, B, and C, and I don't get any progress still going on. And then you lose track of that passion. Why do you
especially
in the first place?
in
So
vulnerable
positive chance for Nigeria is not just competition about the meal. We're also hoping that by the time we're done, that collectively, that fire that was burning inside of us that told us we wanted to give back, that will be able to reignite that fire, and then collectively we can create a plan that when anybody comes to Congos, they can see clearly where we are going. That we will not be confused. That if you see someone doing something on quality education, you can see how to collaborate with them. Because you cannot collaborate if you don't have shared goals. And for you to have shared goals, you as an individual, you need to know what you want. Most times when you don't know what you want and the partner is telling you, okay, I want to give you money. What do you want to use money for? You don't really know what you need the money for. And then when they ask you, give me budget, you just see 9 million.
Public
9 million for what?
as a gateway
Those are the conversations that we usually have. If this 9 million, what is it for? You cannot really break down and say, okay, I'm going to pay school fees for so and so. Okay, as you're paying school fees for the children, where, what school? Because I want to assume that you must have contacted the school, gotten the admissions, the free admissions before,
corporate social responsibility projects, such as funding vocational training or sustainability programs. They are also found to engage businesses in creating employment opportunities meant for